What is up, my Shadowverse soldiers, and welcome back to another Shadowverse Evolve video. So today we're going to be looking at the tournament report that we had this past Sunday at our webcam locals. We only had 6 people attend, but this is the ratios we had. We had 2 dragon players, 1 sword player, 1 haven player, 2 rune players, and 0 abyss and 0 forest. If you want to represent the rest of these decks, come out and show out on Sunday. We play every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're able to make it, join All-in-One Gaming Generation Discord so we can play. Alright, and without missing a beat, let's go ahead and get into the first place list. We have Don Shinogi playing Fable Haven. It's great to see that these decks are still performing, Egg Haven and whatnot, but the one thing I like to say is that with the sets also evolving, this deck also gets better. So we have Dynamite Daredevil. She's still pretty good, especially when you throw away your hand and you're drawing to her and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna, peek top 5 and look for another 1-cost follower. Or if you're trying to match against an aggression deck and you don't have your early aggressive cards like Angelic Snipe, which Don Shogi has in this deck too, then this is another way to get rid of those 1-cost cards. But initially you're going to be using it for the first ability to just look at the top 5. Looking at the rest of the deck, it seems pretty simple of an egg deck. The new Demons in Path is really good, just to discard a card, which you'll be discarding a Fable card obviously to get out of your cemetery with the Opinion Prince and whatnot, and then so forth. But yeah, there's not that much to say different about Egg Haven. It's been around since set 3. It's getting pretty affordable, which we should be talking about in our Market Watch Wednesday, since the prices are like a bit valued this time. So shout out to Don Shinogi for getting first place. If you want to try your hand at getting first place at our Sunday webcam locals, let me know down in the comment section below and I will hook you guys up with the link to go ahead and get started so you guys can rock with us on Sundays. Alrighty, and we have our runner-up. We have Angel Horizon on Disdain Dragon. Alright, so I played against this deck and it was very strong. I did have like a little bit of a draft build for Lashena, which I will have a final build for it on my Patreon. You guys check that out. But the Disdain Dragon deck has a lot of things going for it. You have lots of ways to search. You have Ward, you have Aura, you have Storm, you have big bodies that you can do. It's just the one thing that this deck really lacks is just a bit of draw power, which, Angel definitely helped with the Dragon Summoner, so shout out to Angel for that. So shout out Angel for getting second place, and let's go ahead and get into our third place list. Alright, and we're getting into our third place list. We have Exia P on Heal Ramp Dragon. Alright, so the one problem that Dragon really had was some draw power, and with the release of Lyriel, we can now rock Path to Purgatory and just draw 3 without dealing any damage to ourselves. So I see Exia using that combo very nicely. Congratulations to Exia for getting third place. Outside of anything else, there's not really anything too different. I see that he's rocking the Bahamut just to go ahead and board wipe. And with, Lashena being a thing, I can understand why you're rocking the 2 of Evo for Bahamut. Israfel's still a good card, Genesis Dragon, he'll ramp just to get into those big cards and then been swinging for like big damage. But outside of that, it is still the Dragon Core package with Dragon's Nest, Syllables, ramping with Dragon Oracle, just many things to go ahead and get into your bigger cards. The only other change that I would say is different is the Dragonic Fervor, but this is also just a good card when you're going like first and you just have some crazy curve. You could heal, draw a card, and then just go ahead and ramp again. So yeah, shout out to XCFP for getting third place in our tournament, and thank you everyone for coming out. We'll be doing this every Monday, as Sunday is our webcam locals, and we will be doing the tournament reports on Monday. Alright, taking one good little last look at the graph, so thank you everybody to coming out to our Sunday webcam locals, everyone who's just religiously been coming. We have some loyal members. We are welcoming anyone who wants to come and play on Sunday. It is not pay to play, you can come in and just play for free, and you can get a free topping list, just to go ahead and display it on the channel here. But before we end off, I want to go ahead and make some big announcements that we're going to be having throughout the week, and I guess throughout the rest of time for the channel. Alright guys, I will be streaming the Shadowverse story starting today. Go ahead and check me out at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I'm going to just be voicing all the characters and just figuring out what in the world is going on in the realm of Shadowverse, because I certainly don't know what the characters are and what they do. And if you aren't able to make it on any of these times throughout the week, then I will be uploading it on the channel as well, so you guys can just read along and figure out what's going on with the story as well. Alright, and we have finally landed on Patreon, so I'm finally here making content on Patreon, having exclusive deck lists, You know, hopefully the Shadowverse podcast will be up here, but don't fret, the podcast will also be on the YouTube channel, but we will be putting the episodes out like a week later. So if you want to go ahead and get an exclusive look at that, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. I appreciate everybody that's going to be looking forward to it. I'll make separate posts so you guys can access those links, of course. And if you already don't know, my socials will also be on my Patreon too, so you guys can follow me. So thank you so much for that. Well, alrighty guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. You don't know how much it means to me that you are watching the content. I appreciate you guys so much. Leave a like and then comment down below if you want to go ahead and get into the webcam tournaments. You know, we'll host them every Sunday. We don't miss a beat unless it's like a holiday or something. And then if you have any questions, let me know down below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Alrighty guys, make sure you're safe in whatever you do tonight and safe whatever you do for the rest of the year. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, TRINN, just to get you